New information regarding the characters of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 actually include that there are going to be 3 new important characters created entirely by Akira Toriyama. This information comes to us by Cliff, and I actually got it relayed to me by Venix, so I actually wouldn't know this again if it wasn't for Venix relaying Cliff's information. But yeah, Akira Toriyama actually made 3 new characters 100% for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3, according to Cliff. I haven't seen any other sources for this. Oh yes, and I forgot to say, by the way, hello everyone, it's me again, Stedoji here, back with some more Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 information. And here we actually have information that Akira Toriyama apparently made 3 important new characters for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. Now, I think the reason why that's funny and important is because we got Towa and Mira in Xenoverse 1 alongside Demigra. Then we got Fu in Xenoverse 2, and now we're adding 3 new ones on top of it. So this could actually be a much more original storyline if it's going by this, because again, if it was following the original Dragon Ball storyline, they would focus less on original characters and focus more on the Dragon Ball cast. But here we're actually being told that we're going to get 3 new important characters remaining by the game, and it reminds me of another game, and this is not a Xenoverse game, right? So actually I'll get onto that in a bit. Let's talk about Xenoverse 2 some more. Xenoverse 1 mostly focused on just Towa and Mira, and Demigra just kind of showed up at the end, which is why that game is just Dragon Ball Z, but slightly different. And the same thing with Xenoverse 2, where again, it just focuses on Towa and Mira, but they're just putting movie characters in random places. That's a lot of insane stuff to wrap my head around, because 3 new characters means that it's probably not Towa and Mira again, and Demigra is probably, again, entirely new characters. Toriyama doesn't recycle, he does recycle designs, but he doesn't recycle characters. You guys know what I mean, right? So when they say we're getting 3 new characters in Xenoverse 3, I'm pretty sure these are like good. It's going to be like Jump Force. That's another example I actually wanted to bring up. For those of you guys who are unfortunate enough to play Jump Force, you might actually remember that Jump Force had 3 original characters, also made by Akira Toriyama. He doesn't just help with Dragon Ball products, he actually helps with everything. And those 3 original characters were Cain, Galena, and Prometheus. Prometheus had 2 designs, so you could say he actually made 4 characters, because he actually 5, because Galena also has a human design. He made multiple designs for these new characters. He made 5 designs, but it's 3 original characters in that game too. And honestly, they'll probably just copy and paste the Jump Force's plot, but Jump Force is already Xenoverse, Cain is Mira, Galena is Towa, and Prometheus is Demigra. It's literally exactly the same as Xenoverse. Jump Force is just such a weird game. I have no idea what the design idea behind that was. But with Xenoverse, since we already have an established timeline, they can't just do Towa and Mira again, right? They'll most likely do what they've been doing with recent Dragon Ball characters, made especially by Akira Toriyama, such as characters like Dr. Hedo, Magenta, Goma, Pansy. They're going to do what they do with new characters, I imagine, where they're made more so for world building rather than just, here's a super new strong guy to fight that progresses the plot. It's more so probably that the cast is going to assist with world building, kind of like Sandland, right? I feel like Sandland and Daima is a good indication of how Toriyama actually writes things when he's in charge and how he actually handles like characters in his setting. So go watch Sandland, because I know most of you guys haven't. But when they see 3 new original characters here, I don't think it's going to be like 3 super insane like meatheads who fight people. It's not going to be like 3 Brolys or 3 Gokus or 3 Vegetas, right? It's probably going to be that one of them maybe is like a new strong original fighter. You know, maybe we're even looking at the guy right now. And then the other 2 are probably going to just be supporting characters. Kind of like how Supreme Kai of Time is also a new original character, but she did not lift a single finger when it came to any fighting until like DLC 10 for Xenoverse 2. So she really didn't fight for most of Xenoverse's history. Toki also is a new original character to the Xenoverse series, and he's just a bird. He doesn't really do anything. So when they say Toriyama is making 3 new characters, I want to remind you guys, this doesn't mean that it's going to be like 3 hype Saiyans. They're going to have ultra giga unique transformations like legendary ultra blue evolved Kaioken. It's probably just going to be like side characters with maybe 1 prominent main action focused character. That's what they mean by new characters. Now the thing is, obviously, as you guys would be very smart and aware enough to know, Toriyama obviously isn't with us anymore, but Xenoverse 3 has been in development for ages, so obviously he would have had these designs at some point, right? Which is why we, you know, have access to them. It's why we can use them. It's why, you know, Toei or, you know, whoever can repurpose them into existing characters. So that's why, even though Toriyama's gone, obviously, we would still have designs left by him, because again, the guy liked drawing. He liked drawing a lot. He even drew a sketch for Ultra Instinct before it even became real. And remember, he didn't approve Ultra Instinct. Well, I mean, he approved it, but he didn't make Ultra Instinct. Toei made Ultra Instinct, and he still just felt like drawing it when he was like, hey, that's a good idea, let me see how that looks. Oh, that's nice, yeah, go ahead, go do it. So Toriyama, he just likes drawing, and obviously would have left a lot of designs behind. And maybe this isn't exactly what he envisions with the designs. Maybe they're going to be repurposed. If that's the case, we might actually get actual fighters, because a good example is in Jump Force, all three of the characters I mentioned, Kane, Galena, and Prometheus, they actually are all fighters. Just like Towa, Demigrat, and Mira, they're all actually combat adjacent characters. They're not like, you know, Toki, Supreme Kai of Time, any of the other newer characters where they're just kind of chill. Like, you know, Pansy, Glorio. Like, Glorio fights, don't get me wrong, but like Pansy is like there to support. And there's a lot of other supporting characters in Sandland as well that don't really fight. It doesn't have to be based on Toriyama's new style. It could just be, you know, Toei Bandai going, hey, we just want 3 new characters that can do really cool fighting action stuff. So could you help us with that? And, you know, of course they get help with that. And now we have that. Either way, I'm actually very hyped to see how these characters actually progress with the plot, because again, getting 3 new original characters does kind of lean into a way more heavy emphasis on, you know, the original character, Xenoverse actual aspect of the game. Like most Dragon Ball Xenoverse games are just Dragon Ball games, and the Xenoverse part is optional. But Xenoverse 3 might actually be more Xenoverse than Dragon Ball, because if we're getting a bigger focus on original characters, if the first trailer we get, like I want to remind you, Xenoverse 1's reveal trailer, or when it was called Project Xeno or some nonsense, I can't remember. They called Xenoverse 1 like Project something when it was first revealed. That whole trailer was just like Goku and the rest like fighting through Dragon Ball Z, and Goku versus Vegeta in the Saiyan Saga, and then they teased Ace, the custom character of Xenoverse 1, at the end of the trailer, right? The same thing with Xenoverse 2's trailer, where most of it is just showing Dragon Ball characters fight each other, or just showing Goku like have a stare down with all of his main villains when they first revealed Xenoverse 2. Xenoverse 3's first reveal trailer is watching an original character beat up a bunch of, you know, obviously holographic enemies, and then see the history of Goku and the rest, and then go Super Saiyan. So, if anything, we're leaning far more into the Xeno aspect of the world rather than the Dragon Ball part. It makes me very curious how much more original things we're going to see, because, again, 3 original characters, that's a lot. Those 3 characters have to progress the plot. You can't just go, oh, let's do the Namek Saga, but put Lord Slug and Turles in. Like, no, now you have to do the Namek Saga differently, because we already had the Namek Saga, but what if you skipped Dodoria and Zarbon in Xenoverse 1? Now we already have the Namek Saga with Dodoria and Zarbon, but then also we have it with Lord Slug and Turles were in it. What if Cooler showed up to help Frieza during the final boss fight with Super Saiyan Goku? What if the Cell Saga was different and had these changes? What if Metal Cooler happens the same time as the Cell Saga, and you had to go quickly deal with Metal Cooler and then go back to beat up Perfect Cell? Like, we've already had all of those things, so that's the Dragon Ball side done. Now we're entering the Xenoverse side. We're going to see how many new original characters can they come up with, especially if the art style looks even like slightly this good, and we get to see so many more original characters that look this nice showing up in the game. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, of course. That's going to make for some of the most beautiful cutscenes we'll ever get in a Dragon Ball game, especially because it's Xenoverse as well. So you're going to see your custom character with all the nice accessories and the nice outfits and the cool designs interacting with these other like original Dragon Ball characters. I think that's going to be absolutely fire to see in cutscenes. So I actually can't wait for the real Xenoverse to begin in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. And I think that is a solid place to end the video, guys. I do hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, then obviously again, please leave a like on the video, because subscribes greatly supports the channel, and leave a comment down below as to what you'd like to see next, fellas. I do love you all. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time, amigos. Take care, and